Good morning. My name is Barbara Barrett, Executive Director of the Frontier Duty Free Association. The Frontier Duty Free Association, or FDFA, is the national association representing Canada's 32 land border duty-free shops. Our national mandate is to promote the development and the success of the land border duty-free sector, which has traditionally been a vibrant and successful export-only contributor to the Canadian economy. With me today is Tanya Lee, owner and operator of Blue Water Bridge Duty Free Shop in Sarnia, Ontario, and volunteer president of FDFA's board. We are also joined by volunteer board member Philippe Bichon, president of Boutique Ours Tax de Philipsburg, Quebec. Before I introduce Tanya and Philippe, I would like to highlight that our land border duty-free stores are small, family-owned export businesses in border communities across Canada. Since the creation of the Land Border Duty-Free program in 1982, the federal government and small, locally run family businesses have cooperated in building local border communities by driving export sales and repatriating Canadian dollars. The stores ensure visitors buy Canadian products before leaving Canada. Importantly, any items not bought at these stores are lost sales to the Canadian economy and tax system, and are simply bought in U.S. stores a few hundred meters down the road across the border. After living through 2 years of border closure, with many stores today still down over 35%, we need the government to remove the barriers standing in the way of us building back the business. We urge the federal government to take decisive action to ensure that the duty-free stores remain truly duty-free, and that they are not burdened by domestic rules and regulations that do not apply to other export sectors. Tanya, the floor is yours.
Good morning. My name is Tanya Lee, owner and operator of Blue Water Bridge Duty Free Shop in Sarnia, Ontario, and the president of the FDFA Board of Directors. Our small local retail businesses have significant impacts on local employment, taxation, and business growth. In addition, these independent stores have made strong contributions to the economies and social structures of some of the most remote rural communities in every province that shares a land border crossing with the USA. From a federal government perspective, land border duty-free stores should be an export industry success story, with revenues generated through a small network of stores benefiting the Canadian economy, creating jobs, and promoting trade. But we are being strangled by bureaucratic red tape. Land border duty-free stores operate under strict regulations of the Canada Customs Act, adhering to rigorous site management, inventory control, reporting, and storage protocols. This meticulous oversight ensures that every item sold is immediately exported, firmly establishing duty-free stores as integral components of the export sector. It is imperative that consistent export rules and policies are applied across all duty-free export sales. Every sale not made in a Canadian land border duty-free store is a sale that is made in the USA, with dollars lost forever to Canada. Application of domestic regulation upon an export industry undermines the sustainability of Canadian duty-free businesses and impacts the country's overall economic well-being. Prolonged border closures during the pandemic decimated sales in an industry that can only sell for immediate export. Under federal law and regulation, there was nowhere for our stores to pivot. Despite strict regulation that ensures 100% export sales, misunderstandings in government have resulted in a surge of bureaucratic hurdles as domestic policy is placed upon this export industry, which is still fighting to recover. Philippe?
Bonjour, je m'appelle Philippe Bachand, propriétaire exploitant de la boutique hors taxe de Philipsburg au Québec et membre du conseil d'administration de l'association Frontières hors taxe. Nos petits commerces de détail locaux ont un impact significatif sur l'emploi local, la fiscalité et la croissance des entreprises. De plus, ces magasins indépendants ont grandement contribué aux économies et aux structures sociales de certaines des communautés rurales les plus isolées de chaque province partageant un poste frontalier terrestre avec les États-Unis. Du point de vue du gouvernement fédéral, les magasins hors taxes aux frontières terrestres devraient être une réussite dans le secteur de l'exportation. Les revenus générés par le petit réseau de magasins bénéficient à l'économie canadienne en créant des emplois et en favorisant le commerce, mais sont étranglés par la bureaucratie. Les magasins hors taxes aux frontières terrestres fonctionnent conformément aux réglementations strictes de la loi sur les douanes, adhérant à des protocoles rigoureux de gestion du site, de contrôle des stocks, de déclaration et de stockage. Cette surveillance méticuleuse garantit que chaque article vendu est immédiatement exporté, établissant ainsi les magasins hors taxes comme des éléments à part entière du secteur de l'exportation. Et il est impératif que des règles cohérentes soient appliquées à toutes les ventes à l'exportation. Chaque vente qui n'est pas effectuée dans un magasin hors taxe à la frontière terrestre canadienne est une vente faite aux États-Unis, avec des dollars perdus pour le Canada à jamais. L'application de la réglementation nationale permet non seulement la durabilité des entreprises hors taxes canadiennes, mais a également un impact sur le bien-être économique global du pays. La fermeture prolongée des frontières pendant la pandémie a décimé les ventes dans une industrie qui ne peut vendre que pour l'exportation immédiate, en vertu de la loi et de la réglementation fédérale. Les magasins n'avaient nulle part où pivoter. Malgré une réglementation stricte qui garantit que 100% des ventes soient exportées, des malentendus au sein du gouvernement ont entraîné une montée d'obstacles bureaucratiques, alors que les politiques internes sont imposées sur cette industrie d'exportation qui lutte toujours pour se redresser. Barbara?
Thank you, Philippe. Merci, Tanya. What I'd like to underline and highlight is that we need clarity for the federal government to approach the land duty-free. We've seen concerning rise in labeling requirements, taxation changes, and other unnecessary red tape that hinders our ability to function as a small business export sector we were designed by the government to be. We need clear federal action that allows us to build back the business. Thank you, and we now stand open for questions in English or French.
Les gens qui nous joignent sur Zoom,